Well, my time in real estate started from a young age. My father's been in real estate for close to 40 years, and so it was always around the kitchen table. And I didn't ever aspire to be in real estate, but as I grew into my career, it became something more and more attractive. So some years out of university, I decided to get into real estate in a full-time capacity. So that's kind of how I got started, and that was back in 2010. So it's been a little while now, 13 years. Gee, one moment of working and living in Calgary, I guess this is the living part. 2013 floods. I was completely unaffected by the floods myself, but felt the need to give back. So I took a few days off that week off of work and just went down to, I think it was in Elbow Park in Mission. And we were we were 3 or 4 houses ahead of AHS as they were shutting work down behind us because of mold concerns and all that stuff. But we would just move on to the next house and start working away in these wet basements. And it was, that was a time when I felt quite connected to the city. I mean, there was quite a groundswell of just support for Calgarians. It goes back to volunteering for the tech committee. Was my first engagement with the real estate board, and so back then it was really it wasn't a standing committee. It was just sort of a little bit more informal, and we were reviewing some technology products, and then I got involved in the MLS product selection committee, and just kind of evolved from there until I felt like the time was right to step up to, or at least put my name forward as a nominee for the board. So it was a bit of a progression, I think, from my early days before real estate. I was started at the bottom and came up into a management role. And then same in real estate, I sort of started at the bottom as a very junior agent, and I had to kind of learn my way into a leadership role. And that's what brought me into the board. And then shortly after starting on my board position, we saw this brokerage in the US that we decided we needed in Canada, and so we started that here a couple years ago, and it's become a huge success. So I've been able to learn on the job, so to speak. Very analytical. I like to remove all assumptions where I can, and really look at decisions from every angle, that I can see. So I try to, I think in removing assumptions, you can take the decision kind of up a level, if that makes sense. If you want to look at something through a political lens, you can do that. If you want to look at it from a real estate lens, you can do that. But if you remove the assumptions around all of those frames of reference, then you're able to see all the frames of reference and sort of pick and choose how you're going to view this. I think my friends would describe me in 30 seconds as someone who's thoughtful, someone who is caring, someone who's not outspoken, but will do the right thing. Do the right thing always. I think that I have a strong moral compass, and I think that my friends recognize that. And I've had many, many long-term friends going back to very young days. I think that's why they stick around and why we're still friends today.